Imagine you're sitting watching your favorite Netflix show. After hours of binging, you feel it's time to drop the kids off at the pool. Realizing this might be an urgent matter, you stand up way too fast. And suddenly, your vision flickers, your ears ring, the room tilts like someone just nudged reality slightly off-center. For a split second, it feels like you might pass out. Now imagine this. What if that wasn't just a head rush? It was your heart actually stopping for 10 seconds. Oh, hello there. My name is Mr. Mindbreak.
Don't worry about the head. Long story. What you should worry about is that your heart just stopped. To understand what just happened to you, we need to see what your heart is doing behind the scenes.
10 seconds may not sound like much. I'll bet you can hold your breath longer than that. You've definitely waited longer for someone to free up the bathroom so you can pinch your meatloaf. But when it comes to your heart, 10 seconds is a big deal.
Your heart isn't just a pump. It's more like a perfectly timed machine running on electricity. Inside your chest, it generates its own signals, tiny pulses that tell it when to contract and when to relax. Every beat is actually a sequence. First, the top chambers squeeze, then the bottom chambers fire back, pushing blood out with enough force to reach your entire body. And it does this fast, about 60 to 100 times every minute. That's over 100,000 beats a day, pushing blood through a network of vessels long enough to wrap around the Earth, all to do one thing: keep oxygen moving.
So now that we have a good understanding, let's walk through it, second by second. Second 0, your heart stops. No more pumping, no more fresh oxygen being delivered. But here's the thing.
Nothing dramatic happens immediately.
Because for a couple seconds, your brain is still running on leftover oxygen already in your blood. It's like your body is coasting on momentum. Everything feels normal for now. Your brain, by the way, it's greedy. Even though it's only about 2% of your body weight, it uses around 20% of your oxygen. So when blood flow stops, the brain notices immediately. Around 3 to 5 seconds in, things start to glitch. Your blood pressure drops rapidly. Your brain is no longer getting enough oxygen to function properly. And this is where you might feel it. Lightheadedness, dizziness, that weird floating sensation like you're slightly disconnected from your body. It's like that feeling of standing up too fast. This is that, but worse, way worse. Now we're hitting 5 to 8 seconds. Your brain is running out of usable oxygen. Vision starts to dim. Not instantly, but like someone slowly lowering the brightness on the world. You might see tunnel vision, black spots, or a fading gray haze creeping in from the edges. Your hearing can distort too. Sounds become muffled, distant, like you're underwater. And at this point, your brain is starting to shut things down to conserve energy.
Around 8 to 10 seconds, this is where things get serious. You might think, why not just start breathing? Well, you can't, because the problem isn't air, it's blood reaching your brain. Your brain doesn't have enough oxygen to maintain consciousness, and for many people, this is the point where you pass out, completely. Lights out. No dramatic music, no warning screen, just gone. And here's the strange part. It usually isn't painful. It feels confusing, disorienting, like your body is quietly pulling the plug while your brain is still trying to figure out what's happening. One moment you're there, the next moment you're waking up on the floor wondering why your pants are unzipped. This isn't just theoretical. Short pauses in heart activity can actually happen. It's called an arrhythmia, basically when your heart's electrical system glitches. Sometimes it's harmless, sometimes it's not.
When people faint, doctors call it syncope. Essentially, their brain briefly doesn't get enough blood. If your brain doesn't get enough oxygen from blood, you don't get consciousness. It's that simple.
Now here's where things get really scary. If your heart doesn't restart after 10 seconds, things escalate quickly. Within minutes, that's when the real damage begins. Blood flow to your brain collapses, electrical activity fades, and your neurons are beginning to fail. Without oxygen, their signals break apart. Your brain is still intact, but it's shutting down. And your organs? Although they're not failing, they've stopped working. Your lungs can't deliver oxygen without circulation. Your kidneys stop filtering. Your liver stops processing. Your heart muscle is on the verge of starvation. After a few minutes, your brain starts taking serious damage. It can become irreversible, which means those first 10 seconds, they're basically your body's warning shot. And if it stops, even briefly, it can really make you realize how important your cardiovascular system is. Because it only takes about 10 seconds for everything to start fading away. So the next time you feel your heartbeat, take a second to notice and appreciate it. Because the only thing your brain wants more than answers is one more heartbeat. If you have any suggestions for future videos, throw them down in the comments.